What's that? Yeah. Oh, is it raining? Oh, it does rain, and you guys. Oh my God. All right. Thursday's done with. Guys are working hard and preparing. Um, it's like anything else. We know what we need to work on. We're working on it, and got another day, and then we'll get to put on display our preparation for Missouri. A good football team, and it should be a great atmosphere, a great challenge for us. But guys are looking forward to it, no doubt. So, good questions.
Brian, how much of it is preparation and planning, and how much of it is attitude? You talked after the game about wanting your team to be pissed off. Have you seen that in them this week?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say that if you had just mad about things and upset about it, that it all just would come together. I think there's definitely a piece of playing this game where there has to be some grit and resolve and a willingness to do what's necessary. But I think that that's in the preparation. I think it's doing your job. And look, here's the thing. We're going to give our guys the blueprint, but they have to fix it. I can't fix it. I'm not a very good player. That's why I got into coaching. And I'm confident that they will. So I've seen a resolve in our guys. The attention's been great. The meetings have been great, and I'm excited to watch them play.
Luther Burden's a guy that they use so much in their offense. It's really designed a lot around him. Just what's the message as a defense, knowing that they're going to try to get him involved and get, he's going to get his touches and whatnot, but about limiting his effectiveness, I guess, in those touches?
Well, I think there's times where you have to understand that there are some things that you have to do to minimize his effect on the game. But I said this to somebody today, last week we tried to defend everything. And when you try to defend everything, you defend nothing. And, when you talk about a guy like Luther, or you talk about a guy like, Malik Neighbors, if that's all your game plan is, sometimes you don't defend, Theo Weiss, who's an outstanding player, or you forget about, the number 2 running back in the league. And so, yeah, are we going to have to be aware of them in certain situations, and do we have some things that address it? Absolutely. But you got to play the other 10 guys too.
Thank you. Hey, Coach. About Deuce, he didn't travel to Oxford because of a coach's decision, you said. Can you elaborate more on that, as if it's a performance-based thing or injury-based thing?
Yeah, Deuce is not with our team right now, and we'll make a decision on his status, in the next few weeks.
Coach, any update on the injury report?
Yes, doubtful will be Chris Hinton, Omar Spate, and our third is Aaron Anderson. Those 3 are doubtful.
When you're facing these quick strike offenses, does the thought process of possession become more important? Diggs is really looking like he's finding something with some aggressive running, the offensive line kind of coming together. Is that an option that you would lean on or would like to lean on?
Again, a similar question was posed to me relative to the running game, and I don't know that I want to detract from who we are, from an offensive standpoint. I think we still want to find the kind of balance that we're, having offensively. Look, if they want to play us in double cloud, 3 high with a light box, we're going to run the ball a whole lot. If we've been getting a whole lot of cover 1 and man-to-man situations, and you've seen what we've done. So it really will be dictated about how teams play. But there are some times that we just have to say, look, we're going to run the football here, and we got to run through some tackles, and that's where Logan Diggs has been really effective. He's run through some free hat hits, which we call when the safety's coming down, and we're just going to have to. You own him. That's why you're on scholarship.
Coach right here. Y'all have been one of the best first down offenses in the country. Just what has gone into being so effective on those plays specifically?
Well, I think there's a number of things that have gone well there. Our stuff rate is probably one of the lowest in the country. We're not operating behind the chains. Our first down efficiency has been one where they've been positive plays, in particular, based upon a number of factors, and it starts with the offensive line. We don't have run-throughs. We don't have a lot of misassignments up front where, teams are a little bit aggressive on first down where they're trying to get us behind the chains. We've done a really, really good job of minimizing negative plays on first down, and a lot of that has to do with the quarterback getting us in the right play and obviously the offensive line. And, what we do offensively gives us some run-pass options if teams are a little bit too aggressive where we can get the ball out on the perimeter.
Coach, about the defense, would you say it's more so little things that can get cleaned up during the season, or is it more of you just don't have the personnel on the roster this year?
It's never going to be one thing or the other. It's when you have some problems, that they're never going to be just one thing. As I've mentioned a number of times, we lost 8 of our top 11 tacklers. So we have some young guys that are playing for us in the back end. However, there's a lot of error in our defense, and we've got to take the air out of our defense. In other words, we have to do a better job up front. I think we can immediately make an impact there, and that's where it starts. You have to start at the line of scrimmage. This game is not that complicated when it comes to breaking down where are the areas that you need to improve. We need to improve at the line of scrimmage. If we improve at the line of scrimmage, we create less error in our defense, and by doing so, we put our guys in better tackling positions. If those two things come together, we're going to be improved right away, and I expect that to happen this Saturday.
Were you able to meet with Pete? Has he been impactful at all this week? And you talked about the line of scrimmage. Were there some issues with spacing off ball as far as that you could identify?
Yeah, I mean, I think, Pete's made he's come in and I think his eyes and looking at things, he's been able to make some technique adjustments. It's going to take some time, obviously, to make the kind of impact that you can, see for the long haul. But I think it's, from my perspective, it's been really good meeting with him, spending time with him, going over the techniques necessary for us to make the kind of improvements necessary right away for this weekend. So I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed having him here. He loves LSU. He's got an incredible, I would say, resume of knowledge, and the believability factor with our players is immediate. So I think all those things are a positive thing, but it's still going to take us, some time to continue to, work on the techniques necessary. But, I just probably wish I did it sooner.
Ryan, in terms of maybe Jordan Jefferson and Deshaun Womack, a couple of guys, especially Deshaun, didn't really play defensively against Ole Miss. Would you like for Deshaun and Jordan to maybe be bigger pieces, even if they aren't necessarily full 3-down players moving forward?
Jordan Jefferson is going to play. Jacoby is going to play. Wingo. Let's see who else. Mason Smith, Savion, and Parashand. So those 8 guys, and then you're going to add the 2 jacks in Swinson and Ovi. So that's really, you're going to see them all in a rotation, and Womack. So we're going to have a rotation of all those D linemen coming in and out of the game, and they all can help us win. So we're only going to play guys that can help us win. All those guys can help us win. Good? All right, we'll see you in Columbia. Bring your Columbia jackets. That was a joke.